Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum and good day. I'm Yanti binti Yusof from Polytechnic Engku Umat. Our research entitled Consumers' Perception on Halal Labelling and Purchasing of Manufactured Food. This is what my presentation will go. Introduction, problem statement, theoretical framework, literature review, methodology, analysis of data, and conclusion. Malaysia is a harmony country where it is popular for its multiracial, multicultural and multi-religious society. Islam is the official religion of the country, but the freedom of choosing own religion is very much welcome. Muslim population represent up to 1/4 of the world's population. One of the basic important elements of the Islamic religion is akhlaq. It gives guidance and outline that forms the moral and ethical behavior of Muslims in the behavior of all aspects of their life. God commands Muslims to eat all that is halal, stated in Surah Al-Baqarah 168. Food consumed by Muslims must meet the Islamic dietary code known as halal. Halal is an Arabic word meaning lawful or permitted. Therefore, halal food are food acceptable under Islamic law. Halal industry has become one of the new growth sectors in Malaysia's manufacturing sector, and it is the most growing global business in the world. According to Invest Penang's website, the global value for trade for halal foods and non-food products is estimated at 2.1 trillion US dollar. These numbers, of course, do not take into account that the increasing numbers of non-Muslims who eat halal food. Halal market is too huge to determine and is growing all the time. The introduction of halal logo has developed the significance of consuming products in services that follow Islamic guidelines as well as the significant principles. Halal logo also declares restaurants which are allowable to be owned by Muslims. The aim of this approval is to point out of their target consumers that their products meet the Islamic standards. This is true as for the halal label food, where actually no other parties can recommend or issue halal certificate or make self-declarations concerning the halal. The problem arises when Muslim consumers being cheated by immoral manufacturers using forbidden ingredients in their products and services with halal certificate must be resolved to gain the Muslim confidence in acquiring the products and services. The general objective of this study is to determine the effectiveness of halal label and packaging of manufactured food and intention in making purchasing among the Malaysian consumers. This is our theoretical framework. A theoretical framework is a conceptual model of how one theory or makes logical sense of relationship among the several factors that have identified as important to the problem. Independent variables influence user attitudes toward halal labeling and packaging manufactured product. This is a proposed model of how these variables affect consumer perception toward halal labeling and packaging and manufactured food. Next, we go to literature review. Perception is being defined as the process by which an individual receives, selects, and interprets stimuli to make a meaningful and coherent picture of the world. Consumer perceptions are crucial to marketers because it will give an impact on the success and failure of the products in the marketplace. Attitude is being defined as the way consumers think and feel about the product and act towards some aspect of the product, company, services, or brands. Asjan and Fishburne define intention as an individual's location on a subjective probability dimension involving a relation between himself and a few action. Furthermore, according to TPB model, the immediate determinant of a behavior is the individual's intention to carry out or not that behavior. Behavioral intention is defined as the individual's subjective probability that he or she will connect in that behavior. Next, we go to methodology. Sampling method used was convenient samplings by sending emails to personal contacts and also by distributing the questionnaire where sampling from both Muslims and non-Muslim consumers conducted at every stage in Malaysia, and respondents' participation are based on voluntary basis. The sampling size used in this study was 400. The sample size represents the written questionnaires collected after the sampling procedures. The respondents were the customers from Malaysia aged 18 and above. A 5-point Likert scale ranging from strongly disagree to strongly agree was used to indicate the level of agreement with several statements that reflected these factors. The Cronbach alpha estimated for attitude was 0.49, purchases was 0.609, hygiene and cleanliness was 0.938, and consumer perception in behavioral intention scale was 0.949. Therefore, the Cronbach alpha in this study were all much higher than 0.6. The construct were therefore considered to possess adequate reliability. It can be concluded that dimension in this study was reliable and all the items filtered are consistent. Data were analyzed using descriptive analysis and Pearson correlation analysis through the usage of SPSS. This is the analysis of data on background profile of respondents. The findings shows that 27.7% respondents were males compared to 72.3% females. Food choices and food consumption also driven by age. For example, 53.1% were between 31 to 40 years, while 33.4% were between 21 to 30 years, and 11.4% were between 41 to 50 years. The smaller group of age belongs to above 51 years and which contributed 7.18%, and below 20 years is only 1.03%. In this study, the highest educational level attained were first degree, which contributed 43.5%, master degree 24.1%, diploma 16.3%, SPM 11.7%, STPM 2.1%, and others category included certificates and PhD were 2.3%. Malaysia's ethnically diverse population of around 23.88 million consists of three major races: Malay, Chinese, and Indian. Majority of the respondents were Malay, which contributed 85.5%, Chinese 10.1%, Indians 1.6%, and others 2.8%. Since Muslims are the largest consumer in Malaysia, the importance of halal products is a huge issue. The majority respondents have working experience in various positions such as working for government 40.9%, private sector 42.2%, students 12.7%, and the remainders fell into unemployed 1.6%, and others category is 2.6%. The composition of the religion: Muslim 87.3%, Christian 3.6%, Buddhist 7.5%, Hindus 1.3%, and others is only 0.03%. Okay, this is the distribution of respondents based on their location of states. Next, we go to correlation of independent and dependent variables. Okay, this study is to determine whether the three elements, which were attitude, purchases, and hygiene, will have the influence by the consumers' perception in halal labeling and packaging and intention to make purchases. And based on this, the table shows that correlation of three independent variables, which are attitudes and perceptions, purchases and hygiene and cleanliness, with dependent variable intention to purchase halal manufactured food is equal to 0.815. Okay, next is about correlation of independent. According to ANOVA table, the F value is 1251.035 is significant at the 0.00 level. Okay, next we go to correlation of independent. Okay, this means that attitudes is the critical elements, followed by hygiene, have influenced the consumer perception on halal labeling and packaging and intention to make purchasing and purchases is not predictors of intention to purchase halal manufactured food. Okay, for conclusion, in this study, data showed that consumers are concerned about the logo on food products and halalness of the product. Halal logo is important for Muslim users compared to non-Muslim. Muslim consumers are more concerned about the halal logo on the packaging, and majority of them will be looking at the halal logo before making any purchases. The halalness is significant to Muslim respondents in making purchases, but the non-Muslim respondents are not concerned about it. However, the result shows that there are non-halal consumers that are sensitive of the benefit to purchase with halal logo. Okay, with that, I end my session with thank you very much.